Hello, thank you for joining me this yoga class. It's going to be around about 30 minutes, so you can get it in a lunch break or just take it as a quick half an hour for yourself. So if anything I say in this class doesn't make complete sense, then I do recommend that you watch my introduction to yoga video, which is on the same channel that the Sports Centre have made, so that can help answer any queries that I can't answer to you right now. So you're going to find yourself in a sitting position, so on your mat or in your space, calling it a Sukhasana, an easy seated pose, and it does not need to be cross-legged. Cross-legged does not suit lots of people, so you could try kneeling, you can sit on a cushion, you can stretch your legs out in front of you. What we are looking for is a neutral spine, so you're not hunched over, nor are you feeling the need to really painfully squeeze yourself upright. You are sitting upright in a way that is easy but alert. You can drop the shoulders. You can relax your belly. Close your eyes. Breathe through your nose if you can. Doesn't matter if you can't breathe through your nose at the moment. The most important thing here is that the breath is steady and it's smooth. Even concentrated breath is the foundation of what we're doing here. Whenever things get too much, both within this half an hour yoga class or in life generally, you can come back to an even, steady breath. As many of you will know watching this, but if you don't, I'll explain now. I teach all of my classes with some literature. And you can use the literature to enhance your experience of the class, or you can just tune me out. It's completely up to you. So for this class, I have used a short story, Roman Fever by Edith Wharton. And I'm not going to give very much of the plot because it's a short story. It sort of defeats the point. I would encourage you to go and read it, but the far more important thing is what this short story represents, which to me is a very key tenet of yoga philosophy, which in Sanskrit we call ahimsa. Generally we translate as non-violence. And it's non-violence in thought, word and deed. And it doesn't just mean to another person. There are so many ways of causing and being the actor of violence. Just thinking something unpleasant about somebody else is counted as violence in yoga philosophy. And it's not just violence to that person, it does violence to yourself when you do violence to someone else. It's a never-ending, mushrooming thing. So when we become aware of this, when we can bring it to our thoughts every now and again in the day when it's pertinent, we can start to be a little bit more in control of that violence. We can start to weave ahimsa more effectively into our daily lives. This short story, Roman Fever, which takes place with a backdrop, ever beautiful backdrop of Rome at twilight. We have two friends of decades long who slowly discover over the short story how much they have chosen to hurt each other, both when they were young and in all the intervening years and now, and how much they realize not only have they unnecessarily wounded one another, but they have been consistently wounding themselves in the process. Mrs. Annesley's hands lay inert across her needles. She looked straight out at the great accumulated wreckage of passion and splendour at her feet. There was no one of whom Mrs. Slade had less right to think unkindly than of Grace Annesley. Would she never cure herself of envying her? Perhaps she had begun too long ago. She stood up and leant against the parapet, filling her troubled eyes with the tranquilizing magic of the hour. Her gaze turned toward the Colosseum. Already its golden flank was drowned in purple shadow, and above it the sky curved crystal clear, without light or colour. It was the moment when afternoon and evening hang balanced in mid-heaven. Sometimes Mrs. Annesley thought Mrs. Slade was disappointed. On the whole, she had had a sad life. Mrs. Annesley had always been rather sorry for her, so these two ladies visualised each other, each through the wrong end of her little telescope. Have another couple of breaths sitting here. And on your next inhalation, you're going to blink your eyes open if they weren't already. If you're sitting cross-legged, you are going to swap the cross of your legs so that the other foot is in front or on top. If you weren't sitting cross-legged, then you just stay as you are, because the only thing, I actually can't swap the cross of my legs, the only thing that we need is to keep the torso straight. So if you're kneeling, stay kneeling. Just before we carry on, if you haven't done a class with me recently, as you can see, this knee is looking a little bit chubbier than this one because I've got a support here. I have a knee injury. I cannot straighten this leg. So that will mean that in some poses, it looks a little bit odd. I will always be very verbally clear when I am doing something that I don't want you to do. I'll make it as clear as I can. I'll say, my leg is bent right now, but yours will be straight. It will be obvious though, so don't worry about it. I'm just explaining. Alrighty, just let your hands drop down by your sides. And on your next inhalation, you're going to lift your right arm up and exhale, flex over to the side so you feel the whole right-hand side of the body really long. You can breathe into that extra space. One more breath. Inhale, come up into the middle, reach high. And as you exhale, you're twisting around towards the left. Drop your hand outside the left knee or thigh, and you can use the gentle pressure there to help you twist a little more. Keep the torso long though, that's the most important bit. Don't worry about how far around you turn, keep the torso long. Last breath here. And now as you exhale, you're going to turn the gaze back to the front, release that right hand, swing it all the way around your back. I'm going to move my jumper so you can see. So you can see that my right hand is pressed against my waist on the left hand side. Take your left hand, clasp your hands together, and you can press those clasped hands into your waist. This is to do a gentle stretch in the right shoulder. If it feels like not a lot's happening there, draw your hand further around your waist towards the front. Have another 2 breaths here. Next exhalation, let both hands come down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale your way over to the side. Try to keep your sit bones down evenly because you might find that you're tipping really far over to the right. Try not to. One more breath. Inhale up into the middle so you reach really high, and then exhale, twisting around towards the right. Using the hand gently against the leg to help you turn, but concentrating on keeping that long torso. One more breath. Next exhalation, spin around to the front, and as you do that, left hand swings all the way around the lower back, right hand comes to clasp, press the hand gently into the waist. To be feeling a little stretch happening in the left shoulder. Again, if you want to get a little more stretch, try drawing the hands further forwards around the waist. Last breath here. Next exhalation, let those hands go, release them to the front, give the shoulders a little roll and or a shrug. And then when you're ready, you're going to carefully cross those ankles together if they're not already, rock yourselves over and come into all fours. I'm going to swing my legs around. You are also free to do that. And then once we're here, inhale, tuck those toes. And as you exhale, you're lifting up and back into a downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now you can straighten your legs in your downward dog, or you can have them bent like mine. But we all want to spread our hands so you can press all areas of the palm and the fingers into the mat. Press your chest back towards your feet.
Look towards your feet or your knees. So the back of the neck is long. So the whole spine should feel like it's lengthening up. And then you're going to gently press your heels down towards the mat. They do not need to touch the mat. That's just the direction they're going in. Have another breath here. Inhale, press your right hand down very firmly. And as you exhale, pick up your left hand. Reach underneath and across. So you're wrapping your left hand around the outside of your right ankle or calf. You can have a look at me if you don't know what I mean. And then use gentle pressure in that left hand to help you twist here. So you're maybe looking underneath the right hand side of the body. Just notice whether the weight is still coming down equally between the feet, because you've probably found that you're tipping over to one side. Even it up. One more breath. Next exhalation, gently put that left hand down. Inhale, push the left hand firmly into the mat. Exhale, pick up the right hand. You're reaching underneath and across around the outside of the left calf or ankle. See if you can look underneath the left-hand side of the body. Notice whether you are tipping over to one side. Keep the weight in the middle. Last breath. Exhale, gently bring that right hand back down. Inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Leave them hip width apart and exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Make sure the head is heavy. You're not trying to hold it up. You're not lifting the chin. It's just dropping from the neck. The arms are dropping from the shoulders. You can either just leave them hanging, or you can put them on the mat, or you can hold your elbows. You can have your legs as bent as you like. They do not need to be straight. Keeping the weight forwards in the balls of the feet, out of the heels. 2 more breaths here. Now on your next inhalation, you're going to roll yourself upright. So peeling up through the spine, take your time. Shoulders roll back once you're at the top and the chin lifts. If you're not already at the front of your mats, come there now. I am going to do the next things with both of my legs bent. You can do this with both legs bent. If you want to do a little bit of work in your quads, feel free, but you do not have to. It can get a bit tiring. So if you think, oh, her legs are still bent, you can keep yours straight. On your next inhalation, reaching up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lift to the fingertips or higher. Exhale, step the right foot back, and then the left. Drop your knees, your chest and your chin. Inhale, lift just your upper chest, elbows back. And exhale, pushing your way back, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards, right foot steps in, left foot joins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, left foot is stepping back, then the right. Drop the knees, the chest and the chin. Inhale, belly down now, just the upper chest up, elbows back, cobra. Exhale, pushing your way back, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look towards your hands, left foot stepping in, then the right. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step or float your feet back if you like, lowering down through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're familiar with it. Inhaling either in cobra or upward dog if you're familiar. And exhale, we're all making our way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look towards the hands, step or float your feet in. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale. First variation, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, get those feet back, lowering yourselves down. Inhaling in your back bends. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, and let's just leave it up there for a couple of breaths.
We're trying to keep our hips even. You'll find that you want to lift the right hand side up to make it feel a bit easier. Try to drop it level with the left. Tripada Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more breath. Now as you inhale, pull that right knee forwards towards your chin. Exhale, send the leg back where it came from. Inhale, pull the knee back towards the chin. Exhale, send the leg up and back. And again, inhale, pull the knee forwards. This time hold it here. And now as you exhale, drop the inside of the left foot down. Extend your right leg away from you. Lift that left arm up. Have another breath. Your left leg is straight. Exhale, drop your left hand and put your right ankle in front and above your left knee. Now as you inhale, you bend that left leg deeply and you press your chest back towards your right calf. Feel free to have a look at me if you're not sure what I mean. Bend the standing leg. Last breath here. Exhale, release that right foot, put it down. Inhale, bend, look forwards. Exhale, press back again. Ready for the other side. Take a break whenever you need it. I should remind you of that more often. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Tripada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now your left leg will be straight and we're keeping the left side of the pelvis level with the right. Chest is still pressing back. You're still in a type of downward dog. Last breath here. And now as you exhale, pull that left knee towards the chin. Inhale all the way up and back. Exhale, pull it forwards. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, pull it forwards. Hold it here as you inhale. And then as you exhale, it's the inside of the right foot that comes down. You extend your left leg away and you lift the right arm up. Next exhalation, swing that right hand back down. And now the left ankle goes in front and above the right knee. Press back. So bend that right leg and press your chest towards your left calf. Look towards that calf. Last breath. Next exhalation, foot down. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float your feet in. Exhale as you fold. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, well done. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step or float those feet back, lowering yourselves down. Inhaling in your back bend. Exhale, up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, lifting that right leg up. Exhale, step the foot through in between your hands, keeping your left leg straight. Inhale, lifting yourselves up into a lunge. So push into that left heel, reach high. Have another breath. And now as you exhale, reach your chest and your arms forwards as though you're going to lie on the right thigh, but you don't. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, wave forwards. Inhale up. Exhale, wave forwards. Inhale up. This time as you exhale, gently lower that left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Inhale, the hips sink forwards, you reach higher. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Have another breath here. And inhale, reach both hands forwards. Exhale, bring the palms together so you want to press those palms together. Inhale, reach your chest forwards and take the left elbow outside your right knee. And once it's against the knee, gently press the palms together to help you twist your chest. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Maybe you look sideways. Keep the hips moving forwards. Keep those palms pressing together. Last breath. And then inhale, gaze forwards, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands down, tuck those back toes, stepping your way back, downward dog. Have a breath there in the middle. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step that foot through, strong straight right leg. Inhale, lifting yourselves up into a lunge. Steady breaths.
And next exhalation, we reach the chest and the arms forwards. Inhale up again. Exhale, reach. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Now as you exhale, the right knee is gently lowering down. Untuck those toes. Feel free to have extra padding underneath this back knee. You can flip your mat over. You can get a scarf or a blanket. Reach high as the hips sink forwards. Another breath. And then inhale, arms reach forwards. Exhale, palms together, press them together. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. It gives you some space. And exhale, it's the right elbow outside the left knee this time. Once the elbow is planted against the knee, that's when you start to press the palms together. Try to keep the hips moving forwards. You'll find that without realizing it, you sit them back. Just pay some attention, sink them forwards. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Breathing steadily. Last breath. Next inhalation, gaze forwards, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toes, step back into your downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, drop your knees. Inhale, cross your ankles behind you and gently push back until you sit on your seat. Release those legs out in front of you. And you're going to, stretch your right leg away, right leg down. And on an inhale, pick up the left leg. Reach for your left foot with your right hand. Just gently drop your left hand down behind you. On an inhale, straighten the left leg as much as is right for you. And before we twist further, have a look at that left foot. You probably find that it's starting to drift across the midline of your body, mostly because the right arm will be doing that without you realizing it. We are going to try to keep our left ankle in line with the joint in the left hip. So push it back into that left hip as you push the foot into the hand. And now in your next inhalation, pick up the left hand and reach it behind you. And maybe now you turn your gaze to the side. Maybe if you like, you turn it over the left thumb. It's a revolved Navasana variation, revolved boat variation. Keep the chest lifting. Try not to curl back. I'm going to keep the breath easy. Last breath here. And then inhale, gaze forward first. Hand swings forward. Let that left foot come down. I'm just going to turn around. So now your left leg is straightened out. And you're bending your right foot in. Pick it up. Take that left hand to the right foot. Push the right foot away from you. The leg does not need to be straight. You can bend it like this as you like, as long as your chest is lifted and you don't feel too curled over. Having a look at that foot to make sure that it's not being pulled across the midline. The ankle joint is in line with the knee joint, which is in line with the hip joint. Push the foot into the hand, draw the leg in towards you. Next inhalation, unfurl that right arm. Maybe looking sideways, maybe over the right thumb. Keep the breathing steady. Last breath here. Inhale, gaze forwards, right hand sweeping forwards. Let go of your right leg, put it down. Inhale, sitting up. And as you exhale, you're going to roll down to lie on your back. You are coming into a little rest now, a shavasana. So if you think that you will be cold, now is your time to grab a jumper, grab some socks maybe a cushion for your head. The traditional shavasana position has us lying flat on our backs, but that is often not right for us. So if you feel something's a bit uncomfortable when you're lying flat, like say your lower back, you feel free to bend those feet in. You can knock your knees together. You can have your hands palm up by your sides, or you can rest them on your belly. Get as close to comfortable as you can. Close your eyes and release the breath. Breathing in your own natural rhythm. You release control of the breath
Release control of the body. Just let yourself sink into your mat. Take your rest here. The clear heaven overhead was emptied of all its gold. Dusk spread over it, abruptly darkening the 7 hills. Here and there, lights began to twinkle through the foliage at their feet. Steps were coming and going on the terrace, waiters looking out of the doorway at the head of the stairs. Tables were moved, chairs straightened. A feeble string of electric lights flickered out. A stout lady in a dust coat suddenly appeared, asking in broken Italian if anyone had seen the elastic band which held together her tattered Baedeker. Start to take some deeper breaths. You make that inhale a little deeper and that exhale a little longer. Fill the lungs, empty them away. And then bring a little bit of movement to the fingers and the toes, just a flicker or a wiggle is enough. And when you're ready, you're rolling over onto your right-hand side to take a moment there. Moving slowly, trying to keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Push yourself upright and make your way back into a Sukhasana, into your easy seated pose. Once again, making sure the belly is relaxed and the shoulders are dropped. I don't have too profound a statement to make here at the end of this class. You don't need me to expound any further on ahimsa and the violence that we can do to ourselves and to others, and vice versa. Just think, if anything, from this class, what harm you do to yourself when you harm another. With that, I will leave you with the last quotation for this class from Edith Wharton's Roman Fever. She wondered why she had ever thought there would be any satisfaction in inflicting so purposeless a wound on her friend. Blinking your eyes open if they're not already. Thank you very, very much for coming for this class with me, and I will see you again soon.